So, years ago, I knew a woman. Let's call her Crazy Cathy, because she was crazy. And I don't mean to make fun out of people with mental illness. She was not managed or handled very well. This woman had schizophrenia and possibly other diagnoses. And there's I guess 3 overall categories to schizophrenia. There's mild, moderate, and severe. Severe, you would have to be institutionalized 24/7. Mild, you could probably function, maybe hold down a job. And moderate, it's kind of iffy. You're in between. And people can fluctuate between mild to moderate or moderate to severe, also with medication, therapy, etc. So anyway, Crazy Cathy was very enabled by her family her whole life. And they found her a husband at one point. And the husband managed her. He was a businessman with his own business. And the way he managed her is he brought her to work, gave her a job. It wasn't a whole lot of skill or responsibility, and he could kind of babysit her. Plus, she drew a salary. And he tolerated a lot from this woman. So did everyone around her. And if they didn't like tolerating it, they just basically removed themselves from her life. So what happened was she seemed to be functioning at that mild level of schizophrenia with no medication. And then her husband, who she totally depended on, aside from her elderly parents, her husband fell ill and got cancer. Now, his successful money-making abilities fell by the wayside, plus he needed medical treatment. They had to sell their lavish home and downsize into a very beautiful, high-end, but smaller home in the same neighborhood. She didn't like it, and she lapsed into a more severe, probably moderate to severe. She pulled all kinds of stunts. She stole her husband's cancer pain-killing pills, chewed them up and spit them out, had to go and be admitted into a psych ward for observation. She did all kinds of crazy things, behaviors, just kept acting out, screaming, having episodes, irrational, accusing all of her in-laws of these crazy imagined acts. And it got so bad that the poor husband, sick with cancer, was afraid to be under the same roof with her and slept in his vehicle with the doors locked at night while the poor man was undergoing medical treatment for cancer. I would have just had her tossed out, to tell you the truth, because I don't think schizophrenia is any excuse for bad behavior, abuse, or breaking the law. So Crazy Cathy made wild accusations to all of her in-laws because she had no friends. They no longer had any co-workers because he sold his business. Her own father, who was a really sweet man, could not take, because he was elderly, she made him sick. And the mother seemed to be the only one that could tolerate her. She actually sent me a letter, the kind, I think it might have been certified or special delivery, where I would have to go to the post office and sign for it. And I refused delivery, literally and figuratively. Refused delivery because I knew she was effing crazy. And I wanted to send her a message by refusing delivery. I went down to the post office and I told them, well, if I refuse delivery, what do you do? And they say they send it back, and she will know you refused delivery. This woman had such a bad reputation at this point, with all of her crazy stories, crazy behavior, history of all kinds of mental things, that no one took her seriously. A few people felt sorry for her, but to tell you the truth, most people were annoyed with her and her family because they enabled such behavior. You know, the sad thing is if anything bad ever happened to her, no one would even believe it. It's like that story about crying wolf. This woman made up so much fake stuff or imagined it to be true that no one believed her anymore. Even her own mother at the end just felt that it was best to keep her locked up. Anyway, a few years ago, she moved out of the area, and none of us have ever heard from Crazy Cathy. And to tell you the truth, I don't think there's one soul that even gives a damn what happened to her. It wasn't just that she had mental illness. She was a nasty, spoiled, enabled brat. And, everyone gets their karma. Anyway, everyone, have the day that you deserve. Bye.